it's beautiful, Mike. It really is.
Oh, geez, that's great. Is the lighting halfway decent?
After the inaugural launch in November of the moon-bound Artemis program, the Orion capsule will soon return to Earth and splash down into the ocean. Much like the capsules of the legendary Apollo program, after screaming into Earth's atmosphere at 25,000 miles per hour, the craft will deploy parachutes, setting the craft and crew when present relatively softly into the sea to be recovered and brought home. Recovering hero personnel and multi-billion dollars worth of equipment in an unpredictable environment is no easy task. That's why NASA selected Frogmen from the US Navy's Underwater Demolition Teams to answer the call. On July 24, 1969, Apollo 11 was expected home after making history by landing on the moon. 12 Frogmen from UDT-11 and UDT-12 departed the USS Hornet in a fleet of Sea King SH-4 helicopters. The helicopters arrived above their designated splashdown site around 5 a.m., some 950 miles southwest of Hawaii. Once the capsule entered the Pacific Ocean waters, Seaman John Wolfram's helicopter moved into position. Wolfram and 2 other Frogmen attached a sea anchor and flotation collar to stabilize the capsule in the waves, and life rafts were deployed. NASA feared the Star Voyagers would bring back a lunar pathogen and required the Frogmen to decontaminate everything. Once the space capsule and the astronauts were scrubbed down, the helicopters airlifted the astronauts back to the Hornet. There, President Richard Nixon waited to greet them. Wolfram, a Vietnam veteran, wanted to make a statement, and so had large, colorful flower decals glued to his wetsuit. This peculiar flair was an homage to the Apollo 10 mission, when another Frogman placed a hippie flower on the spacecraft. NASA was infuriated by that gesture, and warned the Frogmen not to place anything on the capsule. In true Frogman fashion, Wolfram went against NASA's wishes with the flowers to promote peace. The Artemis program of today will follow a similar operations plan. After the Orion capsule bursts through Earth's atmosphere, its parachutes will deploy before splashdown in the Pacific. From there, a combined NASA-DoD landing and recovery team will go into action. Divers, technicians, and engineers will take boats to the capsule and prepare it for recovery. The capsule will be brought aboard a Navy amphibious ship and carried back to dry land. Recovering a spacecraft is a massive undertaking involving private and government organizations and military branches. While those who recover the craft will not receive glory close to that of an astronaut, they are an important part of the mission.